Oh, where am I? There I am. Morning, Spurs fans. Paul Hotspur Hippie. I like that little blank space. Gives me a chance to put my guitar down. Hope you're all well this morning. It's me, the Paul Hotspur Hippie, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well this morning. I'd like to begin as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming right today, the Wallumeteggle people of the Eora Nation. Pay my respects to their elders past, present and future, and recognise that sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always shall be Aboriginal land. A welcome to mobs all over Australia and people all over the world. Woo! Oh, there's a few people in this morning. Oh, I forgot my coffee. It's in the other room. Oh, well, see how long I can last. Now, a little bit of football news. Is it worthy of this? Yeah, why not? Hello. Thought I'd have a bit longer than that. Now, a couple of things I noticed. First is a little, just something I saw that Roy Keane has said, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't mind Roy Keane, Tottenham's own Roy Keane. Am I going to be able to find it? Here it is. Give the man a chance, says Roy Keane. Give him a chance. Doop-be-doop-doop-doo. So Roy Keane is saying, rightly or wrongly, we were reflecting on the last 3, 4 or 5 games. But if you think back to the start of the season, there were big challenges for him. He was new to the Premier League. There were question marks over his CV, which was unfair. But he's had a pretty good, decent season. It's just over the last few games where they've fallen away. You start analysing Spurs and the perception of Spurs is that there is always a softness to them. He's got to try and change that. He will look back on some positives at the end of the season, but to get to the next level, when you finish 5th or 6th, that next step of competing and getting into the Champions League is the hardest step. Now, well, we don't want to do that. We want to win the bloody league, but give the man a chance. And I watched old Ange. He's done an interview on Optus Sports. I'm nice and calm, folks. He looks calm, in control, and super focused. He knows what he's doing. And I get this impression in the last couple of press conferences, he went through a bit of a bloody hell, we were shit sort of phase to, okay, I get it. I know what's going on here now. Leave it with me. I've got it under control. Anyway, that's the news. Loads of people in the chat here. Here we go. Does the chat thing work? Yes, it does. Terry Wright, big up Paul. Hello, Terry. How are you going? Hang on, my mic's a bit weird. There we go. Mark in. Hey, hello, Mark. Did you see Big Ange interview on Optus Sport? Yeah, it was good. He has it in, had no worries. And an article yesterday said the board will back Ange. Oh, well. That kind of worries me sometimes because often when boards back managers, it's like it's the last exit before toll, isn't it? But I think we're all right. I think we're all right. That's the one worry I have. It's the one worry I have is that, you know, I can see some fans getting a bit vocal and then Levy just goes, oh, I'll listen to the fans, and then he'll sack the manager. But hopefully that won't happen this year. And if it doesn't, I think we're going to be brilliant next year. Tot Spurs. Big up, Paul. Come on, you Spurs. That's it.
I am Spursicus.
Hello, hippies. A lot of positivity surrounding the club right now. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Feed into it. Let's follow Ange up that hill together. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I've been thinking about this week. And I don't know. You know, I'm quick to jump on players' backs, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should. I don't know. I kind of think sometimes if I expect them to not bottle it, then I've got to not bottle it. I've just got to stay calm. But I mean, they don't listen to me, so I can do what I want, can't I? Hey!
Dermatron 2000.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Hippie's house, here's the biggest Aussie Spurs fan around, Hippie Paul, and there's one thing left to say. Let's get ready to rumble! Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Dermot. Henderson Court. Morning all, just watched that Ange clip with Schwartzy as well. You know what, old Mark Schwarzer, I mean, he's doing, I think he does a pretty good job, very good job actually. And I sound surprised because Well, one, he was a footballer, but two, he was a goalkeeper. And they're like the drummers of football, aren't they? But he's really good. Really good. He's flying at it. Good on him. Arsenal Luben, morning, Paul. Pragmatic football losers again. Oh, Bayern are out. What? They can't be out, can they? Are they? Is that the second leg? God, it shows how much attention I pay to the Champions League. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, old Roll Me One Kenobi would be happy. Oh, well, that's no trophies for Harry. Oh, dear. And in the other leg, Dortmund. So it's going to be a Dortmund-Real Madrid final. That's interesting, eh? Okay. Thanks for the tip. Phil Coys. Where is it? Phil Army. Phil Coys. I'm gutted for Kane for not reaching the final. Oh, I'm not gutted for Kane not reaching the final. He left us. Yeah, well, grass is greener on the other side, wasn't it? We would have won the league if he hadn't gone. He would have got bloody 3 trophies this year. Fool. Top Spurs. You having fun there on that base? Yes, I am, man. I always have fun on my base. Richie B. Yes, Paul. Good to see you. Hi, Richie. Oh, we've got Ronnie in. Is this the first Ronnie? I think it's the first Ronnie. Let's all laugh at Harry Kane. Oh, my. Oh, there's no love lost here, is there? To win the easy way. Bayern Munich, 11 Bundesligas in a row. Was it 12? Afraid not. Let's have a look in Harry's trophy cabinet. Oh, not a lot going on there, Harry. Should have stuck with us, man. Hang on. Future music. Hey, Paul. Hey, all. Ironically, Hotspur of Tottenham. I think you're slipping in extra words here to fit your narrative. Is an anagram of hot tantrums of hope. Well, we'll take it, eh? That's as bad. That's the baddest thing. Is what was it in Harry Potter? Tom Riddle, Tom Marvolo Riddle. Oh, it's an anagram of Lord Voldemort. It's like, oh God, that's so contrived. That's such terrible writing. Ugh. Jules Brunton, you can put your guitar down every day and it'll pick you up every day. I like that one, man. Yeah, cool. Oh, Chris. Who's you're in Spain, aren't you? So who was your, do you follow a Spanish team? Obviously, I'm getting a slight vibe. Call it empathy that you don't like Real Madrid. Jesus Christ. I hate Madrid more than I hate hemorrhoids. Bloody hell. God, they're not fun. Always dodgy reffing. Oh, okay. Rant over. Hope you're all well. Oh, that's a quick rant. Oh, Chris is finished. Good. Top Spurs. During Ange's interview on Optus, he talked about quite a few players he was happy with, but I noticed he didn't mention Maddison. Mistake or message. He was talking about young players there, I think. I know the bit you're on about. And I heard, I watched a bit of old Sean Butler last night. He was on with Dave and Johnny. And yeah, Sean mentioned that, but I'm pretty sure when he went through that list of players, he was talking about the young ones. Because he even said when he mentioned Vicario, he said, oh, Vicario's older. You know, he wasn't, I don't think he was excluding Maddison. No, definitely not. Oh my, we are, God. Man, oh man, we got it in for the servant of the club this morning, didn't we? Harry Kane, our record scorer, and everyone's loving it. Oh dear. Luca 14. I didn't like the way Ange was sat casually in his chair in the Optus interview. What? Oh, okay. All right. I'm with you now. But I'm not Ange out. I never said Ange out. I never said Ange out. But he's naive. He's stubborn. He doesn't look journalists in the eye. His tactics are crap. His substitutions are crap. He's playing Emerson Royale. But I'm not Ange out. No. Perish the thought. I'm fully behind Ange. There's Muppets around, eh? Meta Football TV. Did you watch this? Yes, we're going in on this. Beautiful editing, if I may say so. Ha, watch it. Yeah, well, you know. Got it. It's all smoke and mirrors. Look at that. It's not real. Here we go. Martin Presai. Paul, did you see we're all on the Champions League semi-final. Pragmatic Football lost. So you're the second person. No, I didn't watch this, man. So this is what happened, was it? They went for because what was the score after the first leg? Why are they playing pragmatic? I thought they were. So the first leg was a draw, was it? Looks like it must have been a draw. Why would you do that? Why would you play pragmatic if you're a draw? That's like us last year, 1-0 down against AC Milan. And Conte brings on Davison Sanchez. Wow, that's weird. Weird, okay. This game took off Kane, Sane and Musiala with 1-0. Oh, I get you. Right. Leading till the 87th minute, decides to park the bus. Madrid scored 2 in the 90th minute. Is that what happened? Oh, wow, man. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. There you go. Oh, we've just got to see out games. Do a bit of game management. That always works, doesn't it? Always. There you go. There's another one. Bayern Munich. Gone. You can't do it. It's pointless, man. It's pointless. Mark Cavill. Next fight is Tyso versus the Ukraine. I don't know about that one. Big up, Hippie. Big up, chat. Big up, Luca 14. Arsene Lubin. Bayern were winning 1-0. Okay, and Tuchel subbed off most of his attackers. Oh, how naive. How naive. Yeah, dear oh dear. Well, he hasn't got much managerial experience, you know. He didn't last that long in the Premier League, did he? I don't like Tuchel. I think he's a bit... conceded 2 goals after the subs and ended up losing 2-1. Martin Presar, I wanted Bayern to win. Easy. No, I'm not fussed. Either way. Gutted for Kane. Man deserves more. Well, he doesn't. He hasn't won one. Maybe. Mark in, Thomas the Tuchel engine. Messed up Munich. Well, 1 up. Okay, well, everyone saw it then. Okay, cool. Took off Kane and a few others, changed formation. See, what's the point, man? You know, you're winning a game. So what you're doing means you're winning the game. And then it's like, oh, hang on a minute. I think what we'll do now is we'll change what we're doing. Idiot. It doesn't work. Like, I get it. I do get it, like... how do I go? You know, going a bit more defensive, or, you know, rebalancing the team a bit to get fresh legs on. But when it sounds like you're saying he took off 2 attackers to play and put on defenders, it just doesn't. It's just silly here. Frank Marcel Ste. Hello, Paul. New here. Welcome, man. Meta Football TV, Spurs and Barcelona since 1983. Ooh, you would have had the fun of Steve Archibald, wouldn't you? Man, that would have been all right. So you'd have been loving Archibald, will take more care of you. Archibald. And then you had another couple of years of him. What a player he was. Brilliant. Speaks fluent Spanish and everything. Here we go. Another year, another Champions League final for Real Madrid. It's disappointing. I think. Martin Preside, why would you want to laugh at Harry Kane? He made us look like a club when we were pathetic and poor with Spurs. He never was able to play at that stage anyway. They didn't show ambition to him. Yeah, I get it. It's one of those things that I've just got mixed feelings about Harry Kane, you know, I really do. The fact that, you know, he did down tools at one point, and I hate that, you know, when a player downs tools, are just, you know, don't get your brother to sign a 6-year contract, mate, you know. Tuchel showed the football world his football IQ is low by taking off Kane. Yeah, crazy. Like, in contrast to that, Harry Kewell, manager of Yokohama, who's Yokohama in the Asian Champions League final. They went down to 10 men and he went all out attack to get another goal. Ange did exactly the same when he was manager at Yokohama, down to the last game of the year. It was still possible they would lose the title, I think on goal difference, something like that. I think it was a fair difference in goal difference, but it was still there. And I think they were 2-0 up, got a man sent off early in the second half, and they just went on attack. And they won. I think they won 3-0 in the end. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. You don't sort of go back to your own goal and shit yourself. That's not football. Like Kane off deep pure. Another anagram, perhaps.
THFC till I die. Well, Harry, come home, your work is done, you take Dier away, come home.
Oh, you reckon that was the big ruse, eh? Hey, well, that's done us a favour, so maybe that's it. Harry just goes away, because we couldn't get rid of Dier. So I think what Dermot is suggesting here, I mean, I'm not, as you know, I'm not really into conspiracy theories. Or am I? But it looks like, according to Dermatron here, we couldn't get rid of Eric Dier, so we had to do the, I don't know what you'd call it, we had to lure him out, didn't we? So we had to get rid of, sell Harry Kane. He was in on it, of course, because he's fully coys. Go over to Bayern and then persuade people over there, Dier's the man for you. And it worked. So he can come back now. It's like the spy that came in from the cold. Come home, Harry. Spursicus, if Dier had won Champions League. Oh, we would have got the follow-up documentary, Me Too. Oh. It's funny, I was having a chat with an old school friend of mine a couple of days ago who's a Spurs fan, still goes. And he likes Eric Dier because I was going in on him. He said, oh, no. Don't you remember, Paul? He doesn't speak like that. I'm making fun of him. Eric, I love Eric Dier. It's like, no, man. No. But I think another thing that I find interesting, and this would be, I'll tell you something that's given me a bit of a check in perspective, is the Tottenham-Manchester City game. Now, ordinarily, my gut reaction is to say, if you want Spurs to lose a game, then are you a real fan? But unfortunately, there are quite a few people I know that are real fans, including my school friend, who's like been going to Tottenham for over 30 years, who wants us to lose. So I can't say that, because I know that real fans, there are many real fans that want us to lose that game just so that Arsenal don't win the league. I mean, I don't get it myself. I just find it interesting, you know. And there's also quite passionate. I did a video on this the other day, and some of the comments were quite, up there, whatever. Funny. I find it interesting, you know. To the point, I think that some fans that think we should lose against Manchester City would also think that I'm not a real fan because I want Arsenal to win the league. It's just, I don't know, moments like that just give me pause for thought, you know, to recognise how different we all are. Ultimately, we're all in it for the same cause, and that's Tottenham Hotspur, you know. Richie B, don't get me wrong, or feel for Kane, poor lad, made the toughest decision of his life to leave Spurs, and it's not paid off. No, and will it pay off next year? Because, I mean, now next year, Bayern are going to have a different manager and all that sort of stuff. Here we go. Tuchel parking the bus against us is like offering your hand to an alligator. It's crazy. Martin Preside, Paul, did you see the Chaz Hodge Memorial Show? No, when was that? Overwhelming. Oh, he's a good guy. Good guy. Very good guy. Chaz and Dave as featured on, I think it's Eminem. My name is. They sampled Chaz and Dave. Isn't that funny, eh? Meta Football TV, towel. Tuchel means towel. Oh, interesting. Thought that Madrid were going to sit back and accept defeat. Oh, boy, you got to laugh if that's what he thought, man. Okay. There's 10 minutes to go. You can have the game. You never see Tottenham do that, man, not under Ange. They wouldn't have done that under any circumstance, but the ref was awful with the offside decision. Oh, well, one of those, eh? Oh, well. Oh, because you don't like Real Madrid. Okay, I've got to remember that. Yeah, okay, cool. Madrid to win like that is just, oh, well. You've picked the two teams that get bummed by referees then, Tottenham and Barcelona. I'm unlucky, man. Jules Brunton, VAR decided the Bayern Munich game. They had a bit of this happening, did they? Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that. I think Dier should play at the Euros. Look, I'd like England to have a chance of winning, man. Not with that muppet. In a hype, Bayern are signing Serhu Guirassy, a striker from the Bundesliga. Okay. Mark Cavill, Harry Kane, you're having a laugh. Is in a Thibaut. Struggling, Mark. Snipers 78. Hotspur Hippie, I take antidepressants. Do they work? It's not for me to comment, man. You do what you do, man. You'll work it out. Mark in. Who gets the Munich job next season? Whoever gets the Munich job next season won't use Dier. Yeah, probably not. I mean, have you seen him play? Craig, the Gecko Man, member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Super chats and memberships are available. Tuchel takes the main striker off when 3-2 up in a knockout. I know it's crazy, man. I think it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do I've got to put my picks in for Predict the Football this week. So let's have a little look at that. Craig the Gecko Man, because he's always a top. See, that's how I remembered. See, thanks, Craig. You reminded me to put my tips in. So now I can beat you. There's loads of games. Bloody hell, it's one of those double up things, isn't it? To catch up on fixtures. All right, let's see if this will work. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's 50-50 chance. Predict the football. Oh, it worked. Oh, but I'm huge. Hang on. There we go. All right, let's have a look. What we got this weekend? Fulham, Manchester City. Let's go 3-0 to Manchester City. Let's hope they do something there. Bournemouth, Brentford. That's got 1-1 written all over it. Everton, Sheffield United, a bottom of the table clash. 0-0. Newcastle, Brighton. Well, it's handy they're playing each other. I think Newcastle will have that one 2-1. Tottenham, Burnley. I think that could be 9-2 because I'm not a fan of clean sheets. There we go. West Ham, Luton. God, there's a fixture to whet your appetite. 0-0. Wolves, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are on a bit of a roll at the moment, aren't they? I'll go 2-2 on that one. Nottingham Forest, Chelsea. Well, let's hope it's 3-2 to Forest. Man United, Arsenal. Come on, Man United. Then we don't have to have this discussion about throwing a game against Manchester City. Let's hope it's this Manchester United that rocks up. 3-1. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Let's make Liverpool win that one for our benefit. Tottenham, Manchester City. 3-0. That's what it's going to be. To Spurs. Brighton, Chelsea. This is another boring 0-0, isn't it? And Manchester United, Newcastle. I'm going to go 2-0 for Newcastle. There we go. Lock it in, Eddie. All right. Job done. I've remembered. Frank Marcel, stare. A few days back, I was watching you and Jacob over on United Spurs of America, America's #1 Tottenham channel. You guys really perfect duo. Oh, thanks, man. Couldn't stop laughing at times. I've gone through difficult times listening to you both. Really enjoyed it. Oh, I enjoy doing it with Jacob. Yeah, it's good fun doing it with him. Good fun. So he was up doing the night duty with his newborn. Yeah, it's good fun. Good fun. Silly stuff. Thanks, man. Breaking news. Dier has been called home by his home pa. I think has been called home, but we'll come back to that one. I've got a problem with the teleprompter there. I'm sure it'll resolve itself. So peeps don't have to take heavy pelters on the anti-social media. Not sure. Mark Cavill can't have Woolwich winning clean your S, my son. I don't care. If Tottenham don't win the league, I don't care who wins it. I still want us to do the best we can, independent of how that affects everything else. That's the way I see it. If Arsenal win, Arsenal win. Well. World Mars. Right. Eric Dier has been called home by Mars, apparently. Finn Rickwood, big up Paul, big up Finn. What did you make of Ange's interview for Optus Sport today? I thought it was really cool. I know I've noticed this in his demeanour in recent press conferences. I think I don't know if saying the pennies dropped is the right way of putting it, because I think the penny's been dropping. It's just been trying to find out where to go. But he looks in control. Doesn't look flustered. Looks like he knows what he has to do. And that's the main thing for me. I think he knows what he's got to do. So it's going to be interesting. Interesting times at Tottenham. He's got it under control. Arsene Lubin. England has to win the Euros, so Southgate can be the new Manchester United manager. Is that how it worked, do you reckon? Or do you reckon if he wins the Euros, would they keep him on as England manager for one more World Cup? But then I suppose Manchester United just, take out their wallet. I'd love Southgate to go to Manchester United, though. That'd be brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, it's probably, I reckon it looks like it's going to be either Southgate or Graham Potter at Man United. Wonderful. Oh, Eric Clapton played at the Chaz Hodges Memorial. Okay. Meta Football TV. No, not me saying about the offside. Go and check it out, Paul. Oh, I will do. I will. I'll have a look at the highlights. But I don't know, man. I kind of think football games finish the way they're going to finish, and it's like the individual decisions don't change things sometimes. I don't know. I mean, it was a late goal, so we'll see how we go. THFC till I die. Question to Paul: did we land on the moon? Oh God, here we go. Here we go. What can of worms are you going to dump on me here, Dermot? Just asking. That's like the ancient aliens people. Could it be? Just asking, you know. They never say anything. They just say, these foreign people couldn't have possibly discovered how to do a right angle. Could it be that aliens told them how to do right angles? Anyway, just asking. I'd love to know to keep up the great work. Of course, we landed on the moon. I don't know why, what the point is, because I think we've got enough stuff here to sort out. And maybe if we could get all those brilliantly minded, enthusiastic scientists to focus on some stuff that's going on here, we'd be in good stead. Get all that sorted out. And then to the moon and beyond. Well, not that far beyond, because there's nothing out there. There we go, a little bit of that for you. Make me laugh. Thank you very much, man. You likewise, man. Likewise. Luca 14. I'm worried Fulham will win or draw. I've forgotten who they're playing already. Who are they playing? Man City. Oh, okay. Okay. Nah, I think it's going to be a boring old Manchester City win. Hey, Mark, thank you very much for the super chat. £5. Hey, that's my coffee this morning. There we go. That'll do. Even though I don't get that money until the end of next month, but you've balanced my coffee books this morning. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. Oh, speaking of members of communes and people that are always giving this money to the channel, thank you very much. Here's Welsh Cow. Warada, Paul, and lovely commune. Love an HHHH, especially when you're on holiday. Oh, yeah, you're in Copenhagen, aren't you? Just happy Manchester City didn't make the Champions League final again. Come on, you Spurs. Onwards and upwards. Let's finish the season strong. Well, we've got three games to try and do that, man. We'll see how we go with that. We should beat Burnley and Sheffield United. I hope we beat Burnley. I hope we beat both of them. And I hope we beat Man City, because then we finish on 69 points. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, hello, Derek. Derek, you know, I keep meaning to thank you, because every video I upload, and people by now hopefully realise that I don't reply to comments on my videos, because it's just too time consuming, but I do read them. And Derek's there. Every video I upload, he just puts in a comment saying hello, just to, you know, kick that little bit of engagement on the YouTube algorithm. He knows I'm never going to say hello back, but every video, there he is, just pip, just does his little bit. Thank you very much, Derek. Don't let them get you, though. What's the German word for cone? It's an interesting thought. German for cone. Kegel. Der Kegel.
Kegel.
Kegel. There we go. Eric Kegel. I wonder if they'll be calling him in that. There he is. Nate Pie. Morning, Paul. Morning, Hippies. Morning, Nate. How you going, man? Good to see you. Richie B. The contrast between Ten Hag and Ange is brilliant. Ange so calm and Ten Hag just talking shit. It's true, isn't it? He's just... I mean, look. I mean, there's all sorts of different styles you can have as managers, I guess. But when you see Ten Hag in his suit that don't fit, he's just all, you know, he's jumpy, isn't he? He's jumpy. I prefer calm in control. Laser focus, as Ange said on the interview. He's got laser focus at the moment. It's all good. Pinto Horo. Big up, baby. Big up, Pinto. Wait time over, Paul. Wait, what's the time over there? It is 8 o'clock a.m. on Thursday. Yep, it's 11 p.m. in England. Yeah. You're 9 hours behind me. So I can tell you the sun will come up tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting day. Richie B, here's a twist, Paul. Ooh. Here we go. Here we go. We've got the Joe Rogan crowd in, haven't we? I know, Richie. We were made by aliens for their mediocre attack. Yeah, I mean, that would be the thing, isn't it? It's like if aliens put all this technology into creating a simulation, they must be a bit bored with all this shit going on. Bored with Manchester City winning the league every year. I mean, surely they can do something about that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa. They're after you, Derek. And they tell me Ange has won more season. Well, that's better than nothing. Better than nothing, man. Oh, Leitkegel is, says Inner Hype, is traffic cone in German. Kraftwerk. Oh, right, we're obsessed with them. So probably approved the Dier deal. It all comes full circle. There we go. Hang on, we've got to see. Are Kraftwerk Bayern Munich fans? Or are they maybe opponents fans? It'll work either way. I've got both options covered. Kraftwerk. Football. Or are they above all that sort of stuff? Can't really see that they're into football. Oh, they played at Sheffield City Hall in 1981. I saw David Byrne there. About 10 years later. Well, maybe. Let's just say maybe they are Bayern fans, but they're into their artistic way of seeing the world, and they wanted to just remind, give people a subliminal reminder of their work, Autobahn, by having a traffic cone on the pitch at all times. Hayward Driver, if the Luka Modric rumours are true, what? I mean, I'm not saying what to you. It's like, there's rumours about everything, isn't there? And he returns to Spurs. Will he fit in Ange's system? Bugger if I know, man. Bugger if I... No idea. He's a good player. He could play anywhere, couldn't he, Luka Modric? In a hype. Modric is going back to his boyhood club in Croatia. Good on him. I like it when I see that. It's sort of, Windows, we've turned on storage sense. I don't care. Henderson Court, mate, will we see our best starting 11 on Saturday night, or have we been seeing it in the last few weeks? I don't know, man. God. Because I get the feeling it's it's the last few games before the end of the season. I think Ange has just been putting players on to see what they can do and see who can respond. And, that's why we got 60 minutes of Emerson Royale or longer. I don't know. Have we been seeing it in the last few weeks? I think we kind of have been, but they just haven't been on it, have they, for some reason? So, well, bump in the road. Richie B, yeah, players don't come to the Premier League to see out their career. Yeah, that's, is that a real rumour? Maybe I'll just have a quick look and see. We've got the debate panel. They're debating should Tottenham win or lose against Manchester City. Nah, it's causing a kerfuffle, that one. Causing a kerfuffle. Actually, I might do a poll. I'll do a poll because I'm interested in it. I find it interesting that opinions are so divergent on this. How do you do a poll? Start a poll. Here we go. I've never done this before. Bear with me. Should we win or lose against Man City? I'll keep it. I've done it in caps lock. You never profit out of caps lock, man. Never profit out of it. Should we win or lose against Man City? Win, lose. There we go. I'm just interested. I'm not going to vote in it. I want to be an independent arbitrator. Be interesting to see the results of that one. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I'll leave you with this delightful music. Oh, that was quicker than I expected. Timing's on point today, Paul. Hayward driver, is Richarlison, if Richarlison is on at the start, they might have a good chance. I don't know what way you're talking around there, man. Henderson, righto, is Richie in our best 11 at the moment, and has Maddison been getting enough game time? I think, well, it's hard. Look, I suppose maybe Richie's in our best 11. I don't know. It depends which Richie you get, doesn't it? And Maddison has just not been Maddison since he's come back from injury. So I don't know whether they're managing his time because he's not fit, or whether he's having a sulk or whatever. I don't know. Daniel Cowan, we should win, but I hope we don't if it means stopping us win the title. But for me, it's like I want to win the game, but if we lose, that's kind of a consolation. But it's a consolation to still losing a game of football. Let's see how the poll's going here. All right, 75% win, 25% not win at the moment. Oh, it's moving around. It's moving around. Spursicus says,
Lose to Man City, never!
"69% win at the moment, 31% lose." So it's pretty, I mean, we'll give it a bit longer. It's pretty split though. I just find it weird, you know. That's why I say it gives me pause for thought, because I feel so vehemently that we should win the game, but people I know and like and respect think we should lose. So it's like, oh, okay. The human mind, eh? 60-40 at the moment. Steve Pryor, if we win, they will never let us hear the end of it. Don't listen to them. That's the thing. That's the way I look at it, man. I just don't listen to them. I don't care. Because the thing is, like, even if we won the league, what are Arsenal fans going to turn around and say, oh, well done, Tottenham? Oh, sorry, they don't talk like that. Well done, Tottenham Hotspur. Well done. You're the kings and all. It don't matter. They're always going to be arseholes. So whether they win the league or don't win the league, they're still arseholes. I don't care what they say. Steady as shark. It's great to win, but the reality is it wouldn't be worth it. See, this is the thing, man. This is crazy to me. But, oh, well, you know, different strokes for different folks. Arsenal Luben. I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but I wouldn't want us to lose just so Arsenal don't win. I wouldn't be mad if we won against City. I want to go and smash them. Because I'm thinking of next year as well. This is like a free hit against Manchester City in my mind. You know, if we're serious about being title contenders next year, which I know, you know, some people don't think is a chance, or whatever, but it's just, I mean, that's the attitude you've got to have, isn't it? We're going for the title every year. We're going for the title next year. And you don't know how the fixtures come out. We might be playing Manchester City early in the season. If we can beat them next week, that gives us a little bit of an edge, I think. Instead of rolling out there and losing 3-0, it makes it, you know, it's another hurdle you've got to climb. It's not an insurmountable hurdle, but it's still something. So, I just want to win. How's the poll going? 60-40. 60-40. Well. Well, Jacob wants us to lose. So, you know. Incredible. Steady as shark. Even just knowing that Arsenal have won the league would be unpalatable. They wouldn't even need to say anything. It's the feeling in your heart. Yeah, I get it. But important news this weekend: the Balmain Meerkats. There's my daughter. Squad number 61 is facing top of the table team this week. Trying to get top of the table again. There she is. She doesn't want her face on the internet, bless her. Henderson Court. I wonder if that 40% live in North London, because here in Oz, I just care what my team does. Someone put a comment on my video about it, saying something like that, man. So maybe it's because you don't live in London that you don't care, and I mean that's possible. Although I don't think if I was still in London, would I? I still wouldn't care. I want to win games of football. It's hard to say that. I haven't lived in London for 30 years, so. There may be something in that, maybe. I just care what I couldn't give a rat's about what other teams are doing. That's the same for me. Okay, Liverpool win the title, Man City, Arsenal, it's all the same to me. I don't care. Because, you know, the other thing I'm thinking is that Arsenal fans, they lack such imagination. Is what are the witty barbs they're going to come out with? Oh, you've won no trophies with a. It's like, oh. Intellectual pygmies. I've had 50 years of it, just so tired. Give it back, man. Give it back. Because at the end of the day, we support the greatest football team the world has ever seen. They don't. They're from Plumstead. Terry Wright, got to go for the win and let the chips fall where they may. Yeah, that's the way I think, man. 65-35. Spurs are good, so I don't have to pull someone down to pull myself up. Who gives a toss what other people are doing? Go to hell, Plumstead. Yeah. The Plumstead Wanderers. Doesn't matter. I don't watch them. I don't watch Arsenal fans, except when they lose. Heartbreakingly, I find that quite amusing sometimes. You know, I still remember golden moments like Naeem from the halfway line. That was quite fun. Paul Gascoigne's free kick. That's enough to keep me and my spirits up. Arsenal, but at the end of the day, we can't control how Arsenal play and how other teams play against them. We should have won at home against them. See that? Yeah, this is where we didn't. But I don't like the idea of having us to lose, of us having to lose. Yeah, I think that's right, man. We had our chance. We had our chance to affect the, Arsenal's run in the table, and we fluffed it. You know. Unfortunately, they got 4 points off us. We got 1 point off them. That was our chance. So because we do that, that's a wrong, if you like. And losing against Man City would be another wrong. And 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left. Mark in. What if Villa lose their next 2 games? We'll need that win against City. Yeah, you see, fourth isn't out of the realms of possibility either. And they do have Liverpool, yeah. I mean, I want to finish. It's not the question of it being, fourth in Champions League. It's doing as well as you can. And you're right, Villa still could stuff it up. So 3 points is 3 points, man. Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. What's your tip for the Man City game? Come on, don't let me down, Faz. From what we have experienced after the Destiny injury, the priority must be to get a second left back. Same applies to Porro. If you agree, we need second person there too. Yeah. And I think that's the benefit of playing Emerson Royale. He's our designated fullback, isn't he? We've got no Ben Davies, who isn't much better. Okay, club, here you are. Here's your fullback, Emerson Royale. Can I have another one, please? It's easy to say that now. Easy to say that. There's evidence. It's not like... Because Tottenham have got a habit of repurposing players. And I don't mind versatility, but repurposing... and I'm not talking about the repurposing from, say, midfield to defence as you get older or whatever like that, older and wiser. But just you're not good enough to be a midfielder, be a defender. You're not good enough to do this, so do that. And it looks like, from what, so Ollie Skipper, people saying he should be playing at left back now. It's like, no. We need a fullback. Ideally, I'd like a versatile fullback as backup. I mean, we do really need 2, but there's quite a specialised role, isn't it, fullback? So I'm just wondering if there is a player out there that can do both reasonably well or very well, then that would be the guy to get. Because having Destiny and Porro out at the same time isn't likely to happen. But then again, we might have European football next year, so too. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in the transfer window, man? Who knows? There's going to be some players leaving the club, that's for sure. Frank Marcel, it's unbelievable to check Tottenham could still make Champions League, given the fortunes need to favour them. Villa need to lose the last 2 games and Tottenham to take maximum points against Burnley and Sheffield United. Is that right? Let's have a look at the old EPL table. Okay, so we've got 3 games to play. So we can get 69 points. Goal difference is not as good as Villa. So 2 points. So they could draw 1. 69. Yeah, draw 1 and lose 2. That's what it's. I mean, that's a tall order to ask Villa to draw 1 and lose 2, isn't it? I guess. Who are they playing? Well, Liverpool. That's in our favour. Crystal Palace are doing well at the moment. So, hang on. They've only got 2 games left. Hang on. I don't understand this. What's this? They've played 30. Oh, they played 36. Okay. Well, maybe it's doable for us, If so, Villa are playing Liverpool. They could lose that, and they could lose against Palace. Palace are sort of blazing away at the moment. Where's Palace? Yeah, no, they're having a really good streak at the moment. So it's not over. It's not over. But we need 9 points. Frank Marcel need to score as much to boost goal difference. Yeah, well, if we have a couple of 6-0 wins, then Villa can draw their last 2 games and we still get through. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. All is well in the world. There we go. Everything's okay. Faz Radvar still wants us 3-1 Spurs. Steve Pryor, I admire everyone's positivity. I just find it an easier way to be. Not positive about everything in my life, but generally I am. When it's to do with things like this, because I support Tottenham and watch football for fun. Not to get all... Not that it doesn't make me from time to time, but I try and keep it light, but thanks, man. Frank Marcel stay. Need to at least draw against City. Yeah, there we go. Need a draw against City as well. Yeah, there we go. Steve Pryor with Spurs. There's always another normally ridiculous way. I mean, yeah, you're right, man. Who knows what'll happen? Like a herd of cows will somehow end on up at the pitch when we're playing Burnley or something, and there's some obscure rule that makes us forfeit the game. Oops. Spurs goes, easy to get caught up in a spiral of negative thinking. Tell me about it, man. Doesn't solve any problems. No, it doesn't, but it's very hard to climb out of it sometimes. I know it is for me. You just got to keep going now, pushing on. Mark Satoshi. Morning, Paul. Morning, Mark. How you going, man? 73%. Is that what it's up to? 73% want us to beat Man City? Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about this. Like I say, the only thing is, it's like Spurs fans I know and respect and have known for decades want us to lose. So I'd love to go in harder, but hey, I mean, I will go in harder because I think they're just being soft. Oh, we might get made fun of by Arsenal fans. They're always going to do that, though. They're always going to do that. We could win the quadruple and Arsenal fans will still be a pain in the arse. So why? Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Steady shot. Damn right, it's hard to climb out of those spirals. You hear, man? Certainly is. Well, some people don't have a problem with it. Some people do, Sun always rises tomorrow. 73%. All right, I'll end the... Oh, I'll keep the poll going a little bit. Oh, God, I've been going an hour already. How about that? It's been a nice, fun, chill stream. Thanks, everyone. So let's see if there's any other Tottenham news. See, I rely on you lot because I do this on my own, so I rely on comments to bounce off. I'm not into doing stuff like this. Doesn't interest me. Let's have a look. Tottenham news. Ange Postecoglou has reinvented Spurs, but the path forward is murky, according to The Guardian. Some bloke just reckons. Fox Sports, always backing our Australians overseas. Wheels off. Ange Ball honeymoon is finished as UK goes sour on Aussie over woeful decline. Fox Sports. And then we'll win a couple of games and it'll be Ange sets the Premier League on fire. Everyone loves Ange. Bugger off, Murdoch. Spurs, wherever they are. Journalist reveals how Tottenham squad now feel about Postecoglou's tactics. Which Athletics Jack Pitt-Brook, I think he's got some creds, hasn't he? What's he said? I know, this is on the View from the Lane podcast. I know people say they've been found out, but that's not how I see it. Spurs' level of performance has dropped quite a lot over the past months or so. I don't know what has caused this drop-off. The players look less motivated. I don't know if that's mental fatigue. There's a lot of I don't knows for someone who says they know. Did they enjoy the start of the Postecoglou and now they're less convinced by his methods? Maybe, but from what I gather, they do enjoy it. So I'm not sure if it is that. I mean, there's no opinion there at all, was there? There's no. I mean, it's probably unfair to quote him because he was just talking on a podcast, but bloody hell, they don't half grab headlines out of nothing, these websites, don't they? Just have a look here. It's all just rumours and innuendos. Or I like the sound of this, Richie B. Sonny hat-trick versus City. That'd be a bit of all right, man. Spurs web is terrible. There's a lot of terrible clickbait out there, man, isn't there? Yeah, that's one. Journalism, and it'll be sensational headline, and then you just got to scroll past the 10 paragraphs written by Chat GPT, the same every time. Spurs had a great start to the season, and all that, and then there's like one line in quotes. That's what I do. I skim read to the actual bit in quotes. Mark N, we have scored 69 goals this season, and last year we scored 70 in total, and 30 of them by Kane. Hey, well, hang on a minute. This is worth... Forgot about that button. Mark N says we've scored 69 goals this season, and last season we scored 60 in total, and 30 of them were by Harry Kane. It's interesting, isn't it? So we're doing well. One more goal, and we've done the same as last year. Interesting. Henderson Court, I hate to sound a touch negative, and although I'd love to win these last few games, but I'd also like a couple more positive transfer windows before having the UCL on top of the English games. Yeah, I think that's a fair point, and I kind of will retrofit my feelings into where we finish, I think. Because I see what you're saying here, and like when it's... I change my mind now, I'll flip-flop, whatever. If it looks like we're heading for 5th, then I'll agree with you, and I think Europa League is our standard and all that. But and then if we get in the Champions League, I'll be happy about that. But I mean, the Premier League table doesn't lie, does it? You end up where you end up, and that's where you deserve to finish. But I think with the upside, I mean, I guess I'd prefer to be in Champions League, but the upside of being... doesn't mean the Europa League is all dark and stormy, though, does it? Is that if we were playing in the Champions League, we'd have to pretty much field our first 11 all the time, wouldn't we, when we're playing teams out in Europe? Whereas the Europa League, you will have more scope for trying things out and a bit of rotation. Plus, we would have a chance of winning the damn thing as well. And I think at the moment, us winning the Champions League, not yet. We'll win the league first. Yeah, Richie B, I'll skip over that one if you don't mind. Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever, man. Thanks for the comment, though. Just having a look at stuff here. See how the poll's going. It hasn't changed, does it? 70-30. There's still quite a lot of people, isn't it? Quite a lot of people, 30%. Does it tell me numbers or anything? How many people have voted? Oh, 23. Whoa. That's a... that sounds like one of those dodgy polls you get around election time in the paper where you look at the fine print and it says it was a phone vote of 2 people. And one of them was an answer machine. Not a huge sample size. I'd have to run through some statistical software to see what the confidence is on that one and the standard deviation. Are we petering out, folks? Maybe we're petering out here. There's still a few people watching. Let's just see. I'll just chill out for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm just thinking, can I rearrange my light plugs here while I'm waiting? Twiddle a knob. That one works good. Oh, here we go. Just playing around with my little peek behind the curtain. This is what I use to run the whole show here. Rode Procaster 2. Really fun piece of kit. Really fun piece of kit. Spursicus. Those with no faith lack patience. Those Ange outers, there's a lot of them at the moment, even the ones that are saying they're not Ange out. Those Ange outers never wanted him. I know, man. Pure snobbery. Pure snobbery. The idea that, oh, we're too good for him. Tottenham Hotspur's too good for a manager like that. That's what it comes down to. And maybe a bit of xenophobia, chuck that in. Because he is, well, I suppose being Australian and Greek doesn't do him any favours with some people over there. And over here, as a matter of fact. They're just champing at the bit. A lot of them, they're all becoming very, very energised when we lose a few games. When we're on a winning streak, they all go quiet. And then when we lose games, that's when they rub their hands together. And I just think it's pathetic. Faith doesn't mean safe. It causes resistance. This is natural cycle. Keep the faith. That's it, man. That's it. Mark Satoshi, only 2 weeks until Spurs arrive at the MCG. It is, man. It's not far. It's not far. My trip is in doubt. But we'll see how we go, because I've just been off the road too much. So we'll see how we go. In a hype, a vision mixer. Yeah, it's like it's mainly an audio mixer, man, but it does have MIDI functions, which means I can map buttons to this. So, you know, press a button, does that. Twiddle a knob, does that. It's wonderful. I can, you know, do that and do that. It makes it nice and easy. Acid Twin. The same people who thought we'd finish mid-table without Kane. Such short memories, I know. I know. Well, you know, it's... I was trying to think of an analogy for this, and I can't really think of a decent one, but the closest I've got is it's like if your leg gets buggered up or something and it resets wrong. The only way to reset it properly is to get it broken again, if you know what I mean. Whereas if you just patch it up, you know, here and there, it's never going to work. It's gonna work better than it does now, but it will never be good again, you know, excellent again. Whereas if you take the hard yards and you just go into the doctors and they put you under and they do what they have to do, you're going to wake up with your leg in a cast and pins or whatever, but your leg will come really good again. And that's what I think is kind of happening with our team at the moment. And, you know, maybe I've got to be a bit more patient with the players, because it probably is weird and difficult for some of them as well. Maybe some of them will get over it and get with the program and be all on board, and some won't. But we're having to break a few eggs to make an omelette at the moment. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Breaking eggs, so macabre, eh? Sorry, man, I'll just skip the load here. Mark Presai, hey man, how's your day? It's good, man, good. MIDI controllers are handy things. Yeah. I had my eye on this for quite some time, so I saved. The next thing I want to get is MIDI, but this is a long way off. Is a Korg wave state synthesizer. So when I'm mucking around with music, I can do some good stuff with that as well. Mark Satoshi, Midnight Oil, short memories. Yeah, my memory is short, so I don't know. I remember Midnight Oil. I remember Peter Garrett. He used to save the planet. He set fire to everyone's roof or whatever. God, he was disappointing. That's what happens when you go into politics, though, isn't it? Keep clear, keep clear. Daniel Skikluna. When I argued the xenophobic point on YouTube, whoops. Someone wrote a lengthy reply trying to prove me wrong and then ended with, this is the Premier League, not Mel... Oh, get out of here, man. You're kidding me, aren't you? That's how they prove their point. Wow. Well, there you go. See, this is what's up with these people. This, people that think that way, they don't get it. They don't see they're doing it. They don't see they're doing it. They just think, no, I'm not xenophobic, I'm not racist. And then they'll, everything they say is. Man, oh man, that's quite funny, Daniel. Martin Prasaya, Leicester City also didn't think they would win the league in 2016. Their goal was never to win the league. As season progresses, expectation rises. We didn't see the team before, also other teams failing. Maybe. Acid Twin. Just try to look at your picture there. Can't quite make it out on my screen. The thing is, fans should know this already. They were all ripping the heck out of players for the last 4 years. How does that get forgotten so quickly? Yeah, it's I think it's agendas and things like that, isn't it? It's agendas. Like I say, I think there's a lot of people that didn't want Ange in the first place, but they could see that he was popular, and so they have to grit their teeth and say, "Yeah, I'm a big supporter of Ange," because they know if they start slagging Ange off, they'll cop some heat for it. But now we're losing. Hey, off we go. Ange is naive. He needs to adapt. All that shit. Does he bollocks? Does he bollocks? He knows what he's doing. Faz Radfar 3 on Spurs. Kane has to wait for a trophy for one more season at least. At least. At least, man. Spursicus. I wanted Kane's out 2 years ago. Yeah, I was a bit like that as well, man. I was a bit like... and this is another thing. I know people have got different opinions to me on this one, and people that I respect as well. But, when all that happened 2 years ago, I'm thinking, well, just let it. Just sell him. Just get rid of him. Go. Because he doesn't want to be here. And he down tools. He down tools for 3 months under Nuno, and that's what I thought. No. Come on, man. No. He was saving Levy's blushes. Ange is now addressing this problem rather than Conte, who Ange out has celebrated, who did a lacklustre job and slagged us off. Hang on, I've got to unpack that one. What was that? Ange is now addressing this problem rather than Conte, who Ange outers... Okay, the Ange outers celebrated, who did a lacklustre job. Okay, and slagged us off. Yeah. Well, I was behind Conte as well, man. I mean, I always try and be behind the manager until right near the end where he was just going nuts every press conference. And I thought, no, you don't do that as a manager. Come on, mate. Absolute melts. I know, it's. I mean, you got to laugh, haven't you? You got to laugh. I mean, you got to laugh, but ultimately those kinds of viewpoints and outlooks on life don't do us any good, man, you know? It's very harmful to everyone. But it's brainwashing. It's brainwashing. You know, the media, everything on TV. There's lots of subtle cues there to have those sorts of opinions. Lots of them. And, so I understand why people think that way. I mean, God, I grew up on the English school system. You know, British Empire was brilliant, all that sort of stuff. We civilized Africa. I mean, God's sakes. So that's what they're probably not telling kids that anymore, but that's the way you're being brought up. We're better than everyone else. Same in Australia, to a certain extent, Exceptionalism. It's ridiculous. They live in tunnel vision. Wish it was a proper tunnel. Marvin Prasai, we didn't know how good was Vicario, how good was VDV, so yeah, now we have bigger expectations from this team. Fair enough. Also, teams like United, Chelsea, Newcastle, dismantled. With terrible run of form, we should be higher. Next year, you mean? Because we're higher than them this year, so that's all right. That fits in with what you're saying. I mean, Newcastle seem to be coming a bit good. Chelsea, I don't trust that they're coming good. I just can't see it. I really can't see it at Chelsea. And United are so way off it, man. So way off it. I mean, who's going to be managed? I hope it's Southgate next year for him. I really do. Oh, look at the poll. Let's close the poll. Oh, it's changed. It's 2/3. 2/3 want us to beat Manchester City. 1/3 want us to lose against Manchester City to deny Arsenal. Oh, well, there you go. That was interesting. 27 votes. That's statistically meaningful. Out of a world population of, what's nearly 8 billion. All right, folks. Well, I think I might have to hitch up my horse. Spursigus, maybe not. I saw Jose and Conte for what they were ahead of time, and I was right. Placeholders with big names kicking the problem ball further down the road. Yeah, I mean, they were. They were, but they were kind of win-now managers. And I think, I'm just going to assume that people at the club thought that Poch came close, but the reason why we didn't win anything was because he wasn't good enough. And there are all sorts of other factors in that. I mean, that might be one of them as well. So we get a win-now manager in, but he's winning with what? Harry Winks? Martin Preside. But in his press conference, Conte told the truth. I know he did. Up to a point, because he took no responsibility himself. And he's the manager, man. He's the manager. He took no responsibility himself. You know, we can't forget how our performances losing against Sheffield United and AC Milan, there was a lot of Conte in that. That wasn't just the players being off it or anything like that. That was Conte as well. So he didn't take any responsibility. You know, he was out of the country a lot of the time through no fault of his own. So I just don't think managers should do that. I don't. Whether he's right or wrong, and he was right up to a point. Remember, he was right up to a point because he didn't include himself, but I just don't think you should go ballistic like that. What's the point in that? You know? You won't see that from Ange. I'll repeat myself, but Ange left the Australian national coach job. He didn't have a big spray at everyone when he left, and it was obvious why he left. Because he wasn't getting any support from the powers that be at all. They weren't listening to him, and he got a lot of criticism for playing naive football. We should be more pragmatic. And he got us to the World Cup and said, right, I'm off. That's it. No one knows exactly what happened. He didn't have to sit there and have a press conference about it and say, these are players, he's unacceptable. No, none of that. Ange is far more classy. Oops, hang on. The situation, you try to disrupt the figure of different managers to protect the other situation. Conte revealed everything. Yeah, well, what did he reveal, though? What did he reveal? This is the thing I don't get. It's like, well, we kind of knew that anyway, didn't we? So why did we need him to say that? What good? What benefit did that do? I don't think it did any benefit to the club at all. Apart from put the writing on the wall and get himself sacked, which I think was a good thing in the end. Future is bright. The future is Ange. Henderson Corp. I don't get the poll, mate. 33% of Spurs people want to lose a game of football. I scratch my head as well, man. I do. But like I say, I do know through and through dyed-in-the-wool Spurs fans that want us to lose this game. So I don't think that's right, ever. But I can't go all nasty and say, oh, I'm not a Spurs fan or whatever, because some of them are friends of mine, you know. It's weird. I just find it odd. It must be, I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we just haven't won anything for so long or so. I don't know what it is, but I don't understand it myself. I think you always go out and win a game of football. Because when you start being clever at football, it bites you on the arse. A la Gareth Southgate, the World Cup, couple of World Cups ago, where if we didn't beat Belgium, we'd have the easier run to the final. So he threw that game, had the easier run, and didn't win it. Deservedly so. You got to always play your best, man. Always play your best. What's the point? All right, here we go. I think I'm done. We've solved the world's problems again. And, all right, well, look, thanks very much for popping in, folks. That was a fun stream. Thanks for everyone that's commenting. Oh, I've got some... I got a super chat, didn't I? So I better... From Mark, wasn't it? Mark Cavill, thanks for the super chat, man. Thanks for people commenting, keeping it all going. If you've clicked like and subscribe, thank you very much for that. And if you're watching it afterwards, I hope it's been jolly enjoyable for you. Until next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.